because of so many versions. Just a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. JBoss. From Eclipse itself, we try to install it. Go to Eclipse Master Place.
So
In the
from the
Eclipse,
window.
somewhere you find Eclipse Master Place. Go to the window. Somewhere you find Eclipse Master Place. Uh, okay, no, no, no. Navigation you don't have. So just go to Show View. In that Show View, do you find C?
Yeah,
Eclipse
marker,
Master
markers.
Place. No, no, you don't have in this. It is not
Other.
available in this. Just go to the help. In the help, try to see.
Install
You
new
have
software.
see here Eclipse Marketplace. You have click on that. Yes,
Okay. Now search here, I think.
yes. Just a minute. Okay, here. Uh, Scroll down in this. Scroll down. Yes, further.
Browse more solutions.
Yes. No, no, no. What happened? It appeared. Disappeared. Okay.
Yeah,
Here
because
in the market, what are things available? Just see. Otherwise, type here JBoss. JBoss server. You type in the search window.
JBoss
JBoss.
search.
Yes. You got already JBoss in that. Just now when you type JBoss, you got. Click on search anyhow.
Yeah, it's
Scroll
coming.
down. Scroll down. Okay. Scroll down further. Go up only. Go up. Yes. Somewhere on the top you saw just now. JBoss. Go up. Further.
Yeah, but this is for
Yes. JBoss
Luna.
tools. Click on that. Install. Click on install. Click on install. Yes. Expand that their window.
Oh, it's not allowing me to.
Okay. Let it complete
Okay,
then. Hmm.
all right.
Okay. Continue. Scroll down. Scroll down further. Scroll down.
Yeah, that's all.
Just confirm.
Confirm.
Hmm.
Accept.
Yes.
Finish.
Finish. Yes.
So it's installing some software.
What is your Eclipse version?
Kepler.
Okay,
I have other version too.
okay. So let it take place. Meanwhile, let us continue.
Yeah.
Once it is completed, we'll look into that. Okay. So yesterday we saw how to create jQuery. We were using jQuery yesterday. So for that purpose, we have used it here HTML with jQuery.html. In this, we created a simple. We first of all got connected to jQuery library. So whenever the page is, launched from the web browser, so automatically the jQuery library gets downloaded. Then further we can work with that. Okay, so this was basically with the jQuery here. jQuery we can use to get connected. Without loading entire page also. So without loading entire page, when you want to get connected to server, you can use jQuery. That is basically Ajax. Asynchronous JavaScript and XML, it's not synchronous. Normally, when you want to get server content, you need to post back entire page. Then only what happens, new content will be loaded. But with the help of the Ajax, so partial post back we can achieve partial post back. Now in the process, I use now jQuery. With the help of jQuery, I try to generate some CAPTCHA. You know what is CAPTCHA? You have an idea of CAPTCHA?
Yeah.
What exactly CAPTCHA is?
Uh, before you enter something, they ask you to like a signature or something.
Yes. But why we use CAPTCHA? What is the necessity of CAPTCHA?
Uh, to identify you and that you are not a spam.
What is spam exactly?
Spam like a bot, like
Thoroughly have an idea on CAPTCHA, what exactly CAPTCHA is?
No,
It
sir.
stops the automated tools from doing it.
Yes,
yeah,
it stops actually bots. Robots can be stopped with the help of the CAPTCHA. It is basically called as Turing test. We call this as a Turing test. In the automata theory, it is called as in the automata theory. You talk about actually Turing test. In the Turing test, you keep computer in one room, you keep human being in the other room. So computer should be behaving like a human being only. So like that, normally you have a Turing test. With the help of Turing test, you identify the person who is using computer. The person is only using computer. It's not bots. Like that, you can do it. Whenever you register or whenever you log in, at that time, sometimes we use the Turing test. So we need to enter some graphical, by looking at some graphical picture, whatever characters are in that, we should be entering into the text box. So such captcha now we generate with the help of the, servlets. Using servlet, we generate captcha. So the captcha is going to be working with us. Now go to here, the captchagen.html, and here let us see how this is going to work for us. Right click on this. First I show you how captcha is getting generated, then we look into the details of the code. Then run on server. Finish this here. Well, it's not working. One else. See, it is generating for us some 7H8F30N. If I click on refresh image, refresh captcha image, it's getting refreshed. As soon as I click on this, I'm getting different images here. So this is basically a captcha. It is a HTML page. Using this, I'm generating a captcha image. I can generate captcha image. The captcha image is going to be changing dynamically. Often this feature you see with the applications. When you want to log in or when you want to go into some shopping cart, from there when you are trying to buy products, at that time this kind of captcha images you can see there. You have this kind of captcha images. Now here we are generating captcha image and we are binding it to some image control here. So to the image we are binding this. Dynamically this image is getting generated for us. It's not statically created image. If you look at this here, you can find the properties. When you look at the properties, you can see here, okay, not property. The property is what exactly? Captcha.jpg file this is. So it is generating a captcha image file for us. It's generating a captcha image file for us. So every time a new captcha image is coming for us here. So with the help of this, without refreshing page, I'm actually changing here. The page is not getting refreshed. Normally, when you click on this, the page gets refreshed. So in that case, in the browser, you can see some hiccup. You are going to see in the browser hiccup when you refresh. You can see the bottom, it's getting changed. When you click on the refresh here, so you have a hiccup. But when you click on this here, you don't have such thing actually. So automatically, it's going to be getting refreshed. So there are no hiccups. So entire page is not downloaded when you use here jQuery. So using jQuery, I'm trying to do that particular thing. With the help of the jQuery, I'm trying to achieve that. So this is basically what captcha image generation. So I'm generating here captcha image. So for this purpose, I have used a servlet. So I'm using here a servlet called as captcha.jpg. This is the src captcha.jpg. For this purpose, in the webconfig file that's called as actually web.xml, I've defined a servlet. I've defined a servlet as captcha.jpg and display name is image creator. Servlet name is also image creator. Servlet class is also nothing but image creator. I'm calling this image servlet with the help of the captcha.jpg. This you can call as URL pattern. Whenever you call captcha.jpg, the concerned servlet will be getting created. And this file is called as actually servlet descriptor file. So it is a XML file. We have this in the web.xml. Web.xml is a file in which you describe the servlet descriptor. This is to access servlet, you can use here captcha.jpg. So using captcha.jpg, the image creator servlet you can access. And when we come to the captcha gen.html, here the code is something like this. In the body, I have kept image id equal to mycap, alt equal to captcha. Its alt is nothing but alternative text. Whenever image is not getting displayed, it displays at least the alternate text there. So src is what exactly? Captcha.jpg. Whenever it encounters captcha.jpg, automatically it's going to call the servlet because we are mapping servlet in that manner. If you look at servlet we are mapping in that way. Servlet name is what here? Image creator. Display name is image creator. Servlet name is also image creator. Even class name is going to be image creator. So here we are trying to map the servlet in this manner. Using captcha.jpg, we are calling the servlet. This is called as servlet descriptor file. This servlet descriptor file, it is called as web.xml file. We keep in the web content folder. In the web content folder, you have a web.ini folder. In the web.ini folder, you keep it. Whenever you look at the website, basically it is going to be a web content folder. In the web content folder, you have meta.inf, web.inf, lib folder. But one more thing is here, class folder and web.xml. Web content is called as here basically the root of the application. It's root of the website. And in the lib, you have the library files. Whatever libraries are required, that we keep here. We have so many jar files we keep in the lib folder. Similarly, one more folder is required, classes folder. In the classes folder, we keep the class files. When you deploy the application, to server, you require here a lib folder. Then similarly, a class folder is required. In that you contain the compiled servlet classes. Then other one is web.xml. This is called as a descriptor file. In this you can describe various things. One of the things is what here you can configure overall the website. Website can be overall configured. Here I am using the servlet configuration. I am trying to configure the servlet here. So for servlet configuration, I am using like this. Multiple servlets also can be configured in the web config file. So in this, I am using for the image creator servlet first of all. So web.xml is the descriptor file actually. Website descriptor file. This is here you can describe the website. Like image creator, you can access with the help of the .captcha.jpg, and these are in the root of the say they are in the root of the website. CaptchaGen, download HTML, file upload HTML, they are in the root. Root is going to be here web content folder. In that you have meta-inf, web-inf. In the web-inf we can have lib folder. One more thing is class folder, and other one is going to be web.xml. So this is going to be the folder structure for the web applications. When you make a website, you have this folder structure. Now in this, I have a HTML file called as captchagen.html. We have here captchagen.html. So this is going to call internally the concerned servlet. So what servlet exactly that is? Captcha.jpg is the URL name. So we using that URL, we are going to catch the servlet. Servlet name is what exactly? It is here imagecreator.java. Imagecreator.java, with the help of that we are accessing. Similarly, we go to the jQuery part. Here first of all we are downloading jQuery library. Every time you load the page, it's getting downloaded. Then once everything is downloaded, document is going to be ready. So once document is ready, here I have a refresh hyperlink. When you click on the refresh hyperlink, what it is doing exactly? Every time it is calling servlet like this. Then hash mycap.attr. src is nothing but here one of the attributes for the images. With the help of that only you can add image to the image tag there. Captcha.jpg, then question mark, underscore, and this minus equal to, I put here, plus map.random. It is generating some random number. Every time it is forcing the servlet to send the image to the concerned image control here. So this image control is what here? The image tag. With the help of that you can render images. Here I have written img id equal to mycap, alt equal to captcha, alt equal to captcha, then src equal to captcha.jpg, like this I kept. So whenever you want to install, whenever you want to change the captcha, in such cases forcefully you are making a request like this. attr src captcha.jpg, then question mark minus equal to, I put map.random. It can generate a random number within the JavaScript also. In the JavaScript also you have a math clause. With the help of that a random number can be generated, but servlet is not going to do anything with a random number there. It does not use this random value, but internally it's going to use another random value. So for that purpose we come to imagecreator.java. Here you have the required code. Okay, so by default it's going to be using doGet. This is going to be what exactly? doGet. With the help of that it can create for us. Come to doGet here, and response.setContentType can be, it can be different types of content. Here what I am taking, image.jpg. The content type can be text/HTML. In other cases we were using it as text/HTML, but here I want to send only image. Response.content set content type equal to image.jpg. Then here I am trying to create here output stream. Servlet output stream out equal to response.get output stream. Then I am creating here a buffered image. So here with the help of the AWT, I have AWT here. With the help of AWT I can manipulate the images. So 2D drawing we do here. It is basically AWT. AWT stands for Abstract Window Toolkit. Using that you can develop GUI applications. So in the case of AWT, it's heavyweight kind of development actually. You can develop graphical user interface applications. In Java, when you want to develop Windows-based applications, either you can use AWT or you can use Swing. Either Swing or AWT we can use. Swing is lightweight, AWT is going to be heavyweight because it's going to use internal Windows operating system features. If it is Windows operating system, it uses Windows API. If it is Linux, it may use actually some other kind of thing like X Windows API, it may be using probably, or depending on the OS. So it uses different libraries to actually generate the required graphical user interface. So here in the AWT we have a package called as Graphics 2D. With the help of that, graphic things you can manage. You can create the graphic things with the help of the Graphics 2D. So AWD contains graphics 2D as well as graphics 3D also. Even 3D, graphics you can make, even 2D graphics you can make here. So with the help of these features here, you have a color object, you have a font object, you have a gradient paint, then graphics 2D, buffered image. With the help of that, you can make actually you can generate some graphics here. So here what I am doing on the fly, I am trying to create a image file that contains dynamic content in that. I am going to take text, I am going to draw as an image. So the image is going to be delivered. So in that what happens, I have random alphabets, I have random text. It may be, sorry, random numbers or random alphabets. So alphabets are going to be random, or even the digits are also going to be randomly generated. So for which I have written the code here. So as you come down here, with the help of do-get method, we do like this. First of all, servlet output stream out equal to response.get output stream. There can be two streams. One is print stream, other one is going to be servlet output stream. So with the help of servlet output stream, we can send graphic kind of things. So these can be sent with the help of the servlet output stream. Generic text you cannot send there. So here buffered image equal to new buffered image. The size is going to be 200 width and 40 height. Then buffered image dot type underscore byte underscore indexed. This is one of the we use enumerations. With the help of that, we are trying to make here this image. So image is going to be having a 200 pixels width and 40 pixels height. Then I create here a graphics object. Graphics 2D graphics equal to image dot create graphics. So I create some graphics. Then after that I am going to fill with the white color. Then I fill rectangle with the 200, 40 here. So I am going to fill the rectangle in this. Graphics dot set color, color dot white, and graphics dot fill rect 0, 0, 200, 40. So I am going to fill the area with the white color. Then after that I use a graphics paint here, gradient paint. With the help of gradient paint, you can be creating a gradient paint object. So that may be changing shades from left to right. Probably it can be changing there. So 10, 5 color dot blue, 10, 20, 10 color dot light gray, like this is. From the 10th x, 5th y coordinate to 20th. This is exactly what x coordinate. 10th y coordinate, it's going to be changing color. From blue color to light gray, it is going to be changing. So like this, we create here a gradient paint object. We create gradient paint object. Then after that, we are going to set paint. Graphics.set paint, gradient paint. Then we create a font object. So font object is going to be Comic Sans MS. There can be different fonts, like TrueType font you have there, or it can be Type 1 font. Again, in the TrueType font, you can have actually Times Roman, Arial. So you can have serif, sans serif. Then even you can have Courier. So fonts are going to be either proportional fonts, or they can be monolithic fonts. Fonts can be monolithic, monospaced, or they can be proportional. So if you take the Comic Sans NS, it's a proportional font. But when you take actually the font like say Courier is going to be monospaced. That means all the alphabets they take same amount of space whenever you try to draw it. But whenever you take this Comic Sans MS or Arial font, they are proportional. So one character to another character, the length taken, the width taken by them may be differing. W takes more space when compared with the I. So like this, normally it's going to be, the font is going to be either proportional or it can be monospaced. So in the case of Courier, it's going to be monospaced, but whenever you use other fonts, normally they are proportional, and they can be serif as well as they can be sans serif. You have serif as well as sans serif. So serif basically means what? The curves, whatever you draw, are going to be beautiful in the case of serif. If it is sans serif, sans means without. So in the case of sans serif, the rendering cannot be nice. So with the sans, serif only, they are going to be rendering nice. So like that, we can be using the fonts. Then followed by here, string builder SB equal to new string builder. We create a string builder object, and in this, I try to add random characters. So how many totally I want to take? Up to 7 characters I want to take in the image. Then first of all, I am trying to generate here a number up to 90. Num equal to object.nextInt 90. So if it is less than 48, whatever number is entered, if it's less than 48, what I try to do, I am going to create a number like num equal to 48 plus object r dot next int 9 this is. So it can take a 48 value. From there it can pick another random number. It can be 0, it can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 3, up to 9 it can take. So in such case, there is a possibility of what num equal to, it can have a value from 48 to 57. Therefore, that is going to be digit in that case. Suppose it is not less than 48. In such case, it checks like this. If number less than 65, so what it does exactly? Num equal to 65 plus object r dot next int 26. So 65 is going to be basically what? Alphabet A. So from 65 to 90, they are going to be A to Z alphabets. You have A to Z alphabets. So it can pick actually any random number here. Object r dot next int 26, when you say, it can take a value 0 or 1 or 2 or 3. So whatever value you get, when you add to 65, you get a value in the range from 65 to 90 only. There is a possibility of getting a value between 65 and 90. So therefore, I can take only an uppercase alphabet. If the number which we enter is less than 48, it can pick a random number. Otherwise, if it is actually less than 65, so in such case, what it does, it's going to be picking actually an alphabet between A to Z. So like this, either a digit or alphabet we choose. Then after that, we are going to append to the string builder. So like this, how many we pick up actually? 7 characters we pick up. We are going to add to the string builder there. So once that is completed, I'm going to draw this on the graphics. Graphics dot draw string sb dot to string 5 30. So like this we created here. Then graphics dot dispose, we say here at the end of this, image is going to be encoded here. JPG codec dot create JPG encoder. It is out here dot encode image. We are encoding image like JPG and sending it to the output here. Out dot close. So automatically with this, what happens? The image will be sent to the client here. To the HTML, it's going to be sent. So with the help of this, we are trying to generate an image randomly. So this is basically CAPTCHA generation. We can generate a CAPTCHA in this manner here. We are using here AWT. Using AWT abstract window toolkit, we can generate the graphics here. So often this feature they use with the CAPTCHA. So modern CAPTCHA libraries are available. Without writing all this code, they can generate CAPTCHA. But here we are trying to generate a CAPTCHA with the help of the graphics package here. So graphics 2D, you have a class. With the help of that class, we are going to generate the graphics. So in this process, we are using a color object. We are using here a font object. With the help of that, we are drawing an image here. Ultimately, we are saving image as JPG file, sending to the image control. So like this is going to be working. This is basically what a CAPTCHA generation. Here we use the Java graphics package. With the help of that, it can be generated. Taral?
Yes, sir.
So this is what basically generation of CAPTCHA is. You can see often this CAPTCHA feature in the web pages. Have you seen?
Yeah, right, sir.
So like this, we are going to generate dynamically. It can be getting bounded. Stephen, are you following this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is basically, of course, this is going to be related to graphics package. I mean AWT, how AWT works. When you understand all those classes, you understand internally how it is working. But basically, you create here a CAPTCHA image with the help of this particular piece of code. Internally, we are using graphics 2D. With the help of that, it can be generated. So it is generating for us random digits as well as alphabets for us. When you run it, so it's going to generate random digits or random alphabets. So, but here this is fine. How you understand in the whenever the image is coming up there, so whatever you have in the image, you have to type same thing. Then how do you compare that? This is like an image. Okay, whatever content you have in the image.
Causing,
yes, Gaurav?
what's causing it to generate?
This particular piece of code.
I mean, which line?
It is entire thing actually. Entire thing is making like this. First of all, you are generating a string object. Then you are drawing with the help of the draw object. Here see draw string. Graphics.draw string, sb.to string. With the help of that, you are generating it. It is drawing actually string on the graphics. Then after that, the graphics will be saved as image and sent to the HTML page. So this is basically, this is fine. The image is coming in the HTML page, but how ultimately that is validated? Whatever you enter in the text box, how it is going to say it's correct or not? How it can find out? Are you getting my point? What I am saying, Taral?
Uh,
Suppose
Yes,
image
sir.
is coming there. To the right of the image, probably you have some text box. In the text box, you should enter whatever text is visible in the image. But how you validate whatever you entered is correct or not? How you validate that? Because there's an image and here is a text box. Whatever alphabets you have in the image, you need to enter same alphabets. Then you need to validate. How you do that?
I don't
by
know, sir.
using
No, just I'm
by
asking.
using validation. By using validation.
No, no. How you validate? My question is because there's an image and this is a piece of text. How we can validate that? Adam, are you getting my doubt? What I'm asking, are you getting?
Exactly are you trying to say?
See, in the HTML page, I'm getting this graphic image. So dynamically generated text is coming there, digits as well as alphabets. Correct?
Yes.
To the right of that, I may have a text box. In the text box, whatever digits and alphabets I am seeing, I should enter. If I enter, how that can be validated? I can, by look at the image, I may enter there. But how computer is going to validate it? How it can compare both the content? That's image and this is text box. Image and text can't be compared. Do you agree with that?
Image, can you repeat the last sentence?
See, here you have a image capturedgen.htm and here what is happening? If you go to design, you have an image here. To the right side of image, I may keep one text box. So here in the graphic, in the image, you are getting digits as well as alphabets. You are seeing them. To the right of it, you may have a text box. In the text box, you type whatever you see in the image, you type there. When you click on that, whether that is correct captcha or not, how you validate that?
By using condition.
But what condition? How? Because there is an image and this is the text box. Stephen, are you getting my point? What I am raising here?
Yeah, I understand, but I don't know how.
That's what I'm going to explain that. Now, first of all, when you understand problem, then we can look for a solution there. When you have a problem, you should be looking for a solution there. You have here image. To the right of image, I keep a text box. So in the text box, I may be typing, but how we can validate, how we can authenticate that? So let me write code for that. Now this is what exactly, it's an image here. I'm refreshing every time. Okay, so refresh image probably I put in the next line here. After this, I try to put another BR I take here, one more BR I take, then in the BR I put like enter captcha string, enter captcha string. Then this is here what input type equal to text, then similarly id equal to validate captcha, I put like this. So here write like validate captcha. I need to check this here. I need to validate the captcha in this. So validate captcha here, then followed by slash. I put like here this one. This is going to be here. Sorry, I can't put like that. I can't put here. This is what input type equal to text. This is validate captcha. Like this value equal to, I put like empty here. Like I'm going to put it as empty. Then this way I'm trying to make it. I'm going to make in this manner this particular thing here. Okay, enter captcha string. Like this, I would like to put this here. So it should validate it. It has to validate whether CAPTCHA is actually correct CAPTCHA or not. It has to identify for us. So let us try to find that now. Let us try to find out that here in this. So we have to validate CAPTCHA here. For validating CAPTCHA, first of all, whenever CAPTCHA is getting generated, this string must be saved in the server somewhere. We need to save somewhere in the server this particular thing. We need to save somewhere in the server. How do you save in the server then? See, I have shared you some email today or yesterday, I think, related to session management. Have you gone through few emails? Yesterday and today, I think I have sent some emails. So in that, I was discussing about state management. State management is nothing but whenever you log in, whenever you try to visit a website, so you make every time HTTP request. So every request is going to be a new request always. By default, HTTP cannot remember, you. Whenever you try to access some web content, so every time you are going to be new visitor. But if this is like this, you have a problem, because sometimes you log in, once you log in, every time authenticating yourself is meaningless. So you may be going through some shopping cart portal or something like that you are trying to do. So in such case, you have to be remembered. For remembering, you can use actually state management. State can be managed or state can be remembered. So for remembering state, we can use session object, we can use cookies, then similarly we can use hidden field. There are many features with the help of that session can be remembered. Session management is that. Session basically meaning is what here, once you start, as long as you don't close browser, as long as you don't log out, your state must be maintained there. So first time you log in, then you enter your login credentials, you are authenticated. So once you got authenticated, as long as you don't close your session by logging out or by closing or without closing browser, as long as you keep the browser open, so what should happen? Your session must be maintained there. So whenever you try to visit some content of the website, it should be allowing you to do that because you are an authenticated person. So this is basically called as a session management. We have session management. So with the help of cookies, with the help of the session object, you can be managing it. So with the help of session now, I am going to maintain it. I can take a session object here. So with the help of session object, I can be managing such things here. Understood here what is session management basically? So whenever you log in into some website, you enter your credentials. So once you enter your credentials, throughout visit of the website, you must be remembered. As long as you don't log out or as long as you don't close browser, the session must be maintained there. Taral, understood this concept here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Gaurav, you understood this concept? Taral, this one, session management?
Yes, sir.
Session is nothing but you log in
So
into
you're
the
asking me?
website. So once you log in into website, you must be remembered there. Subsequently, you may be navigating, within the website from one page to another page, you are maybe jumping. So in such case, it should not be forgetting that. It has to remember always you. So that is basically session management, or we can say state management. Your state must be managed there. So for that purpose, we use cookies, we use actually session object, we can use hidden fields, we can use query strings. There are a number of ways with the help of that you can be, your state can be managed there. So here, as soon as the image is created, whatever image created, the image is containing some string. Using string only you are creating image there. That I must put in the session object. I must be keeping that in the session object. So I should use here session object. With the help of that, I should manage it. So with the help of the session object, I should be managing that particular thing.
So when you go to a website and they use the session object.
Yes. They use session object
for the cookies.
Yeah, cookies are basically different. Cookies are going to be client-side saving mechanism. Cookies they maintain actually they are going to be maintained in the client computer. In the session you can have session attributes. With the help of session attributes you can be maintaining information. Cookies also depend on session actually. So cookies are going to be saved within your browser. They are going to be saved in your browser. Cookies are going to be small chunks of data about 4 KB that will be getting saved in your local computer. Your browser is going to be saving in your computer. That is called as basically cookie. A cookie can be expiring after some time. You can set actually some expiry time. After some time, cookie can be expiring. So your personal details, whenever you want to save in your computer, local computer, you can use cookies. So with the help of every time you make a request or you get a response, cookies are going to be exchanged from your local computer to server, and from server to your local computer. Cookies are going to be sent every time you do it. So implicitly, this data will be sent if you handle the cookies. So cookie management is one technique. With the help of that, state can be remembered. But this is what I want to do with the session object. With the help of the session attribute, I try to do this. Okay. So let me create here a session object. First of all, whenever you create CAPTCHA image, at that time you should put in the session the string there. Here write HTTP session. Put here object session. This is equal to new HTTP session. You can put like this. You can create a HTTP session object here. Okay, we created here a HTTP session object, but this is giving error. We need to add the import feature in this. Okay, so otherwise what I do, factory method I use here. Delete this request dot get session. I can get a session with the help of this. I can get a session in this. If here it is object session dot is new. If it's new, then in such cases what I do is so it can be new or it can be old. There is no problem with this. We can be making it new or we can be making it fine. If it's new, then we write here object session dot you write here set attribute. We put here. In such case, what exactly we do is, if session is new, then in that case we can put like this CAPTCHA text. We can set here CAPTCHA text followed by here in this whatever we have SB dot try to write here to string. Like this we can be setting it. We are going to set this particular thing here. CAPTCHA text is going to be session attribute. So like this we are going to be setting it. If object session dot is new, we are going to set this particular thing here. Session attribute, we are going to be setting it. So like this we are trying to make a session object in this. We can make a session object in this now. So else what I do? Else also we should do same thing here. Object session, then dot this is here. Just we use only set attribute only we should use here. Once again, there is no difference in fact in these things. Put values outdated. Okay, put values outdated here. So therefore here always it's going to be set only. I mean whether it is existing or not, we try to do like this, that attribute. This is here CAPTCHA text followed by here SB dot toString. We put like this sp.toString, whatever string builder is there, that we are trying to put into string. Like this, we can manage the captcha here. This is fine. So next thing is what we need to validate. We have to validate from the. We need to validate first of all from the HTML page itself. So here this is captcha gen.html. Here itself we need to validate it. Captcha string we get here. Whether it is valid captcha or invalid captcha, we need to find out that. So for that purpose, I use here one more BR. In the BR, I put a span. In the span, I can set it. Span this is ID equal to cap result. I put here cap result is nothing but captcha result set like this. So I'm going to maintain here one span. In this span, I'm going to put the text. So after the captcha string, whenever I enter here, followed by try to validate it. Here I put one more anchor tag. With that I try to validate. A, then href equal to, here it is hash I put, followed by this is id equal to validate captcha. ID this is, then here value equal to, try to put empty in this, then make this way. So create anchor tag here, otherwise you can set even value. We don't have anything in this. Remove this here. Okay, here validate captcha. So validate captcha we should do in this now. Validate captcha we have to use to get connected to servlet. So from servlet we have to do this particular thing now. But this is exactly what it is, a anchor tag. Just using anchor tag we should be getting connected to servlet, and we need to validate it. When you click on validate captcha, without going into server, by staying in the client machine itself or client page itself, we need to validate it. That means we need to send a request to the server. So from server we need to validate it. Therefore we go to here src, then try to validate it. Take like this here, new, then followed by in this one is here, new servlet. Try to write this as validate captcha. You put like this here, validate captcha, then click on next, try to finish this. This one is a new servlet we make. So in the do get, we try to take this. So again create the HTTP. This is session, object session. This is equal to new HTTP session. Sorry, we cannot do new HTTP session. Here we get request dot get session. Request dot, we try to get actually request dot get session here. We can use here get session. With the help of that we can get it. So this may not be available here. Reason, we haven't added that. Just click on this, it can be added. A session object is added for us here. So session object is getting added for us. Now let us try to retrieve here. So write like this, string here str equal to, string str equal to, we set like this. It is going to be request dot get parameter. Inside this CSTR is nothing but captcha string I'm taking from the client page. We get like this. Then here string, I do like this here. This is captcha, this equal to, here I should be retrieving from the session object there. So for that purpose, write here object session, then dot get attr. We have here get attribute. With the help of that, we can be getting it. Attribute name is what here. So attribute we are using in the captcha generation. We used some image creator. In this we used some attribute. This is going to be captcha text. So we go to captcha text. With that, we do it now. So validate captcha. So here we set the string there. We can be getting here required captcha attribute. So after that we need to compare. Both of them have to compare. Both of them have to be compared now in this. So this may get attribute. So it may be giving here this is object. We need to put here two string. Into string we convert and we keep this way. A string is going to be available for us here. We need to compare both of them now. Take here if str dot equals ignore case, or no, we just take equals only. Ignore case we should not take in this because case sensitivity is important. Right here dot ignore case, sorry, equals we take here, followed by here we specify the word captcha. So this is going to be here captcha. Then here we have to write it. So here first thing is response dot, this is here response dot set content type. Take like this here, text oblique HTML, put like this. Text followed by HTML, put this way. Text oblique HTML we put, then followed by in this try to set. So we are going to set in this manner str equals captcha. We go this way, then try to compare here first of all. We are comparing here, then write response dot. We write here response dot. It's not response. We use here print writer first of all. Print writer we need to use here. Print writer pw equal to write it request dot get sorry, not request. This is response dot take here get followed by in this output stream we take this, or instead of taking get output stream get writer we take this dot get writer. This is with the help of get writer we are going to get print writer object. In that we get the get writer, then in this we can write, and this should be having a reference for us. Okay, we import that. If it is equal, in such cases we write it as pw.write. We just put a flag called as yes. Otherwise you can write it as else. This one is going to be pw.write no. Put like this here. You can take write and you can put no in this. You can put no here. Instead of putting here print writer, okay, here is
Professor, I have a question.
yes please.
Where is the knowledge of the captcha actually coming from?
See, in the captcha image creator we have created a image. Then after that, before we generate any image, we created a string object. It's nothing but SB, string builder, correct? This string builder I am saving in the object session. Object session dot set attribute captcha text I created there. So it is available with the session object. As long as user is not closing browser, it is available with server like object session. Whenever you come into validate captcha, in the validate captcha first of all I am retrieving it from the session object. So session object will not be closed as long as user is not closing browser or user is not explicitly closing session there. So in the session, you have
These
the
images were coming from external source.
that I'm retrieving here.
If the images are coming from an external source, how do you know what they say?
It's not external source, it's part of the website only. It's part of website. In the part of website, this is nothing but servlet. It is a servlet here, image creator is a servlet. So this servlet is part of the same website or not? Part of same website. So whenever you log in into website, what happens here? It's going to create actually a session object for you. So the session object is available as long as user is navigating in this site. So once user goes out from this, the session will be closed totally.
How do you generate the images from the string builder then?
Here see we are generating or not. Here in the CAPTCHA, we are generating here, see how we create in the image creator.java. We create here image. So after creating image here, see we create image here. So for creating image we are using some string. We are using string dynamically created here. So that string text we are saving in the session object here. HTTP session object session equal to request.get session. Then here set attribute captcha text sp.toString. So captcha text is going to be attribute of the session object. It's one of the attributes of the session object. You create the captcha text. This captcha text value will be available as long as you don't close the server. I mean your browser. When you close browser or when you close explicitly your session. So once you get connected to your website from browser, you have a session here. A session is getting created in the server. With the help of that,
So you're making your own captchas, but how do you do that? How do you make your own captchas?
Captcha generation you are saying.
Yeah.
See, with the help of this code, here I have written the graphics part. With the help of graphics part, I am creating image here. See, this is all graphics actually related to
just
graphics.
drawing
2D. With the help of graphics, I am creating within the memory first of all image. That image I am sending into the HTML page, the captchagen.html. To that I am sending. Their image is going shown there for us. But whenever you create image, for creating image, you are using some string there. You are using some string. So same string value I am saving in the session here. So I am saving in the session as an attribute called as captcha text. So whenever I want to validate, I can refer that particular text. Whatever you entered and whatever you saved in the session, if they are equal, in that case your captcha is validated. Otherwise your captcha is not validated there. Here all this is the graphic kind of code you have here. You have graphics 2D, buffered image. Then
So is that what's drawing the captcha?
Which one?
How do you get the captcha to have all those unique shading qualities and color gradients then?
Here, yes, this is the gradient paint. With the help of that we can do it.
Well, it has to do it in kind of a random-like fashion. I don't see how it's doing that.
No. Can you repeat please?
How are you making the captcha hard to? You're taking a string and somehow making a captcha which is hard
Yes,
for a computer to read. How do you
Correct,
make that image?
Here's the image. This is what first of all I created. Say a graphics object. A graphics object I created here. So graphics 2D graphics equal to image.create graphics. Once you create graphics object, on that what you can do? You can draw any picture, or you can draw some lines, or you can be drawing text there. Any of those things you can do on the graphics. You can draw a line, you can draw some text, you can apply, you can paint some color. All those things you can do there. So here, first of all, I created graphics object, and similarly I created a buffered image. Buffered image is going to be like a BMP. Bitmap file is getting created in the memory. So in the memory, a bitmap image I am creating. Buffered image equal to new buffered image with a width of 240 height. I am creating here a buffered image. So this is going to be the BMP format within the memory. Bitmap files I am creating there. Then after that, using the memory image object, I create a graphics. So once I get hold of the image there, I can do something with the image. On the image I can be drawing something. Here what buffered image equal to new buffered image. In the memory buffer, I am creating image object. Now with the help of the graphics 2D graphics equal to image.create graphics, I am creating some graphics context here. So the graphics context is holding the image here. So using graphics context, now you can manipulate image there. That means you can draw something on the image. Those we are going to do here. Now graphics.setColor, color.white. On the graphic it's going to be total white color. Similarly graphics.fillRect 00200, 40. So the width is how much? 200. Height is going to be 240. So from coordinate 0, 0. So coordinate 0, 0 is going to be what? Leftmost it is. Top left actually. So from there 0x, 0y to 200 width, 40 height. I am filling the rectangle. With what color I am filling there? With color white I am filling that. If you use some other color, probably with that it will be getting filled there. Now after that what I do? I am going to use a paint here. All these are graphic objects you have. Brushes, then graphic things actually you have within the graphics package. With the help of that you can do. Gradient paint equal to new gradient paint, 10, 5, color, blue, 20, 10, color dot light gray, true this is. So what is happening from left to right here? A gradient you are getting. So gradient meaning is what here in the leftmost part you have some color, and as you move to rightmost side there can be different shades. It's going to change. So like that you have a gradient. Gradient is available with the modern packages actually. You are going to paint with the gradient paint now here. So from 10, 5 coordinate to 20, 10, it's going to change there. Different color in different banner it's going to be coming up for you. So here graphics.set paint, gradient paint we are keeping in the graphics object. Then we create here font object. We create a font object. Font is going to be Comic Sans MS font.bold. Font size is going to be 30 for us. With 30 point we are generating the font in this. The font size is going to be 30 fonts. Then we write here graphics.set font. We are setting color, we are setting paint here, then we are setting the font. With the graphics we have set those things. Then I created string builder SB equal to new string builder. It's a string builder object I created. So once I create string builder object, this requires some content which has to be drawn. So I'm going to use here both numbers as well as characters. So for this purpose I am iterating over the given array 7 times. Either it is going to generate numbers or it is going to generate the alphabets depending on the random value picked. If it is less than 48, it's going to pick actually a random number again between 48 to 57. So it's going to be digit 0 to 9, or else it can be picking a value between 65 to 90. So that is going to be an uppercase alphabet. A to Z, it can be returning something there. So like this, I can make a string builder here. First of all, a string builder object is going to contain 7 characters in that. Okay. Then after that, I create here session object. In the session object, I am going to save the value. Whatever value you have in the string builder, I am going to save into here session object. Session object is identified with the help of the captcha text. This is called as here attribute. You can have number of attributes in the session object. So session object attribute is what here captcha text, followed by here I am assigning a value sb.toString. So sb is containing here now 7 characters in that. So few of them can be digits, few can be alphabets. That is not in our control, randomly generated there. So you are going to assign them in the attribute here. Set attribute captcha text. So it is going to be saved with the session. Next thing is what? We need to draw the string. The graphic string you have to draw there. You are having there some alphabet, some digits in the string there in the SB that we are going to put to the graphics object. Graphics.drawString, SB.toString we have here. With the help of this, what will happen? It is going to be converting the given string builder into a string object. It's going to be drawing at what location exactly? 5th x coordinate, 30 y coordinate. It's going to be drawing. The string will be drawn at the 5, 30. So 5 is going to be here x coordinate and 30 is going to be y coordinate. In that coordinate, it's going to be drawn here. So this is called as exactly drawing a string on the image. On the image, string is drawn. Now what happens here? Image is created for us. We remove the graphics content now. Then after that, we are going to convert the image into JPG there. JPEG codec dot create JPG encoder out dot encode image. So the out object we are going to send here. So what exactly out object is? Out object is nothing but for us here. We see on the top we created out. It is nothing but servlet output stream object. With the help of that, we can be sending the output to the client there. So HTML page is going to get this particular thing here. So like this, we have created image, and this image we are binding with the captchagen.html. If you come to captchagen.html, we are mapping it. Here you take the image control, img, id equal to mycap, alt equal to captcha, this is src equal to captcha.jpg we kept. But captcha.jpg is nothing but here URL rewriting feature. So here it is nothing but a servlet descriptor. If you go to web.config file here, we define in that way. You see, here URL pattern is what? /captcha.jpg. It means it's nothing but you are calling the image creator servlet. You are calling image creator servlet with the help of the captcha.jpg. So with the help of this, the captcha is getting generated like an image. It's coming here and getting put into, getting saved in the, not saved actually, it is in the image tag, it's rendering here. Image tag is getting dynamically the captcha from the servlet there and binding to image control here. You have image control, img, id equal to mycap, alt I equal to captcha, alt equal to captcha, then src equal to captcha.jpg. So it is taking data from the servlet and rendering in the image here in the HTML page, it's coming. So this is the code. Inside this you have, with the help of image creator, you are creating the captcha in this. Captcha is nothing but here it's an image file, we create and send to the client here. Client is exactly what? captcha.html. So it is getting the captcha JPG now here. Captcha JPG is nothing but it's a reference for the servlet. So from servlet dynamically you get the content here. Dynamically every time it's going to be creating and sending you. So this way captcha is getting generated. We use their graphics package, AWT package we use with help of that. The graphics we can manipulate. Java supports graphics. You can make 2D graphics, you can make 3D graphics, you can manipulate images. So you can do double buffering feature. All these are available with the Java.
Okay, just one more thing, Professor. When you say the letter coordinate is 5 at x and 30 at y, does that refer to the center of the letter or to the upper left or right corner of the letter?
This one, 5,30.
Yeah, the position of the letter.
Yes, yes.
Is it going to draw it so that's the center?
It's going to be fifth from the top. It is going to be x coordinate is 5, y coordinate is going to be 30 in the given image.
Yeah, but what position on the letter will that correspond to, right? Because the letter is a rectangular box with something in it.
Yes. We have taken on the top rectangular box image. If you take here, we have taken rectangular box here 0, 0, 200, 40. This is a rectangular box we have taken here.
Yes, but I'm talking about the letter though, like the letter A. Is it going to take the center point of that letter and make it at 530, or is it going to take the upper left corner of that letter?
Upper left corner only this is. X is going to be absolute value. This is. See, in this the the coordinate system is, it's not like real time world coordinate system. Whenever you take the drawing of things, actually it's going to be, there are two coordinate systems. One is WCS and other one is actually computer coordinate system. In the case of computer coordinate system, X actually, X, this is progresses, or I can say increases from left to right. So this happens in the world coordinate system also, same thing happens. X increases from left to right as far as world coordinate system is concerned. That means normally when you do something with the paper, on the paper same thing happens here. Here also is happening same thing. But whenever you take WCS, here as far as y coordinate is concerned, what happens here? Y increases from bottom to top. Okay, but when you take CCS, computer coordinate system, what happens in this? Y increases from top to bottom.
Yes, but what coordinates would the letter A itself occupy? Would it go to 5
Yes,
and then 32? Because the letter has height.
Yeah, it starts drawing from the 5th X position, 30 Y position. From there it's going to draw it.
Yeah, but where is it going to draw it from there? Down or up?
Down, that is. It's going to be going down only, not up. It goes down only, that.
The letter A has some height itself, right?
Can you repeat
The
please?
letter A has height.
Yes.
Is he going to draw it to 5 and 32?
Yes.
At the bottom of the letter A?
Yes.
It's going to take the A and make sure that the A's upper left corner is at 530.
Yes. So 530 is going to be upper left corner. So it is going to draw, horizontally in the right side and bottom left, that is.
Yeah, so you have to make sure there would be enough space
Yes, yes, yes.
above
Yes, we have to see
30.
that. We have to see. Otherwise, truncation can take place.
Okay, thank you, sir.
See, this is related to graphics, in fact. I mean, most of the graphic intensive applications, they do this kind of thing only. So, CAPTCHA, one example, we are trying to work with this. Now, next thing is what here? Validating CAPTCHA. We need to validate CAPTCHA. So, for that purpose, we are going to use the session here. With the help of session, we try to do. So, here itself, I try to validate it, first of all. Here I write pw dot, right here, followed by in this, I try to write CAPTCHA validation successful. I put like this, successful. I'm going to put here, otherwise I put like this here. pw.write CAPTCHA validation is not validation is not successful. Like this you can put it. So this way we can be validating it. It can be either success or it can be failure. Now this I have to call from the CAPTCHA validation. So that is with the say CAPTCHA gen.html. Now this is exactly okay. So on the top I am getting the CAPTCHA image there, but here CAPTCHA validation you have an anchor tag here. Instead of anchor tag, I try to put this one as here a submit button. Want to use here submit button for this purpose. Okay, I want to use a submit button for this purpose. Then after this, I use a form concept. Form, then this is method equal to put like here get. Then similarly, method equal to get this is, and here action equal to put like here validate CAPTCHA. Put like this validate CAPTCHA. Like this we can put it. This is going to be validate CAPTCHA. We keep in this way. Then followed by here, I don't use any span. Control V this, and here I try to put this is input type equal to submit. Then this is value equal to validate CAPTCHA. Like this I try to write this. This way I try to validate it. These are HTML comments I kept like this. So this way I would like to do the CAPTCHA validation. So CAPTCHA, CAPTCHA, I am trying to validate CAPTCHA with the help of this now. CAPTCHA can be validated or it can be a failure. So validate CAPTCHA is going to be here the servlet name. With the help of this I should be validating it. Now let me render here this particular file CAPTCHA gen. Let me render the CAPTCHA gen file again. So stop this from running. After that, try to make this. Run as here, run on server.
Sir,
Yes, please.
how does the page know what classes to load and everything? Does it load everything in the Project Explorer when you start the server?
Please repeat.
Does the page load everything in the Project Explorer when you launch the server? How does it know what Java classes to invoke?
Just enter capture string here. Let me go with the O, then this is here S A 37LX. After that, I try to validate captcha. Not available, it says here. Validate captcha. We created that. It is fine. Validate captcha. Created. Still, it says not available. Okay. Let me see here. What's the problem with this? This is going to be form method equal to get action equal to validate captcha. We kept here submit button. That means it's going there. We look into validate captcha with the do get only we have here. Get parameter we have taken, so it should work with that. Okay, it's not available, I think. Therefore, once again, try to clean and once again try to build it. Okay, so I have stopped server, then after that, try to do this. Because this is the current project. In the current project, whatever are required, it's going to be loading them. So take it and here finish.
How does it know which files to load though?
Because see in the whatever web content folder, whatever files are there, it's going to be loading, and here I am clicking on the captcha gen. You can put even default file also. So whenever you launch the application, automatically it can be loading some default file also. Default file is something like home or index. It can load in fact. So from that further navigation can take place. So it will not load automatically all the files. Let me finish this. Then I explain. 0, this is S, then A 3 7 LX I put here. This is going to be here 0. Then try to validate captcha. Validate captcha, why it's giving error? Should not be any error in this. When we take this and this to a get method, I'm using here get. Okay, yes, it's giving a problem there. Fine. Here.
Sir, instead of 0, you kept the end round brackets.
No, that is okay. But here, in that case also it should give error. When I come to captcha gen.html, here, yes, fine. This is okay. ID validate captcha we have in this. Correct. In the case of validate captcha, I am trying to retrieve with CSTR. I don't have the name, because of that it gives error. Name equal to, try to put it as here, CSTR, then try to validate it. I've taken CSTR with that, let me try to validate it. So stop it, then followed by this, try to run this here. Once again, go to the captcha gen, but clean every time. It can build automatically again. So if they are not once again created, this can be a problem. Then go to captchagen.html, then come into run as here, run on server, select and execute this. Running slow little bit, server. So normally every time we don't run server like this. Only the development environment we do like this. In the real time, we never do like this.
It's only running some of the HTML files, though, not all of them.
So this is validate captcha. This time I use this day. Speaking like this it is, but status report is not available. It says we are passing the 0SA37LX. Why it is giving this kind of problem for us? Okay. So when we try to say this validate captcha, is spelling correct? Spelling is correct only for us. The server, this is going to be here, validate captcha only. Are there any error in this code? No, where we have any error in this code. We don't have anything in this. This is correct only. Capture text we have taken. Get attribute. This is fine here. CSTR is getting parameters coming from there. Why it generates this kind of thing? How it says it's not possible, it's not available here. So HTTP servlet, and this is exactly validate captcha is going to be the name of the server. Web servlet, this is validate captcha. Spelling I think it's correct only. There's a problem. Is it not same? Should be same. There is no mistake, spelling mistake. Method equal to get, action equal to validate captcha, form we have taken. So with the help of this form, it should be going into server there. Why this is not being sent here? Capture gen once again we take. Try to once again render this. Showing the same image, different images are also not getting fine. This is here 0S giving this kind of message for us. Fine, same thing I use from the browser. I try to see what happens with this. I go to some browser window. From browser window, I try to do this. Here you get different NV0544B validate captcha. Validate captcha not available, it says here. But we made it ready. Validate captcha, we made it. So how it says that this is going to be the file. Validate captcha we created. Any mistakes in this? There is no mistake in this. Do one thing, instead of using get method, I try to use the post method. What happens? Let us see. Do get, if it's giving any problem, I will try with the do post method. So capture image. Basically, this is the wrong that we try to do. Okay. In this, try to put it as this is fine. Post method I put. Fine, capture gen. Anywhere mistakes in this, syntax mistakes or anything like that. So fine here, no problem with this. Okay, we have taken form method equal to post. Form also we are closing there, submit we close. It's all fine in this. And delete it. We have everything in this correct only. Capture string also we enter there. Inside that id cstr, capture gen, run on server. It's giving same kind of thing every time. 0 SA 37 LX. Just like this. Of course, does it change? It's changing, no issue. How it says validate captcha is not existing available in this photo album. Validate captcha is available for us. Okay, validate captcha. It's available here by on sale. How it says that? So working fine. This is okay. So whenever I enter some value in this, okay, R5 2T 6 L1. Service controller validate captcha. Any spelling mistakes or any syntax mistakes in this? Come to validate captcha. No, there should not be any kind of errors in this. Right, I will take and we tried just that much only. Okay. Exception also not thrown there. I just try to call only validate captcha straight away. What happens? Let us see in that. Whether there is any problem in this or not. We see there. Run as. Validate captcha is not working at all. Fine. What I do in such case, I go to web.xml, then I try to put here. Other one more servlet I try to make. Okay. Another one I create here. Define another servlet. Okay, there is description. Description is not required every time. validate captcha. Okay, this one also put here, validate captcha. CHO, this one is also validate captcha. This is okay. On the servlet mapping we take. Mm, let's put validate. Takes 1 minute, I think. Okay, completed this one. Now let me capture gen.html. This is here. We kept as this is submit fine, but only validate I try to put here. Action equal to validate. Then let me go to capture den.html, then try to check in that. Okay, run as here, run on server. Next, finish this. Same we are getting first of all. Let me change that. V 55x to V over the keys. There is some problem. I rectify this. I think I need to restart some server or something should be done in this. Then it works fine. Tomorrow we continue with this. There is some problem with this. In fact, I need to restart server. I should close and I should restart it. We'll solve this problem tomorrow, please.
Do we have session tomorrow?
Yes, we have session tomorrow, please.